Hello everyone, and welcome to the official Mortem YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to be making the first video where I am using the microphone. I've heard that people much rather prefer a YouTuber that uses their voice. So with that being said, if you guys prefer me using the voice, make sure you leave a comment and let me know, because that will determine if I go forward using the voice or not. Now, aside from that, today we are going to be reviewing the FS Richelieu and the USS Montana. These are the two brand new battleships that have come to the game. We're going to start off with the Richelieu. So this thing has two locked cannons, main batteries. This ship, if you guys ever played Battle of Warships, you'll notice it resembles the FS Dunkirk very well. So maybe that's what this ship is, maybe it's not. Yeah, two main batteries. We have 3 secondary cannons, 4 interchangeable grenade slots. So, anti-sub brawling ship users, beware. Obviously, we have 1 helicopter slot, 4 autocannons, 6 interchangeable air defenses, and 2 locked air defenses. 2x slot. So this ship has 539,500 health, which is lower than the Missouri, lower than the Montana, lower than the New Hampshire, and lower than a lot of the others as well. 21.7 knots. So it's faster than Missouri, higher maneuverability, radar range, and sonar range. Alright. So you can already see those autocannons going to work. We're going ahead and we're going to test this out on the IJN Yamato. We're going to do the main cannons. 105,000 health. So the bullet spread on that wasn't great, and we were only at 3 kilometers, so I can already tell this is not going to be a far-range ship. Secondary battery, 45,000. And let's go ahead and test these grenade launchers. 89,000. Okay. So the reload on this thing is actually really good, which tells me this is going to be more of a close-range brawling type ship. Go ahead and do a full salvo here. Yeah, you can already see the reload on this thing. Go ahead and do another full salvo on this Zumwalt over here. Yeah. So we're looking at a close-range brawling type ship, not so much of a far-range ship. And as you can see here, it is very anti-submarine capable. And also, we're moving here, so you can see its speed. It's actually quite maneuverable. Can also turn on a standstill without needing forward motion. Go ahead and do another attack on the submarine here. Yeah, so close-range brawler for sure. I don't expect this thing to perform well in far range at all. As you can see, its bullet spread. Go ahead and shoot this rock over here. Yeah, you can see that bullet spread's not exactly great. Its secondary battery actually has decent bullet spread. But now, with the grenade launchers on this thing, this is definitely going to be very good with anti-submarine. And depending on what build you use, definitely a brawler. So, go ahead and use the USS Montana now. It's the main one that I'm looking forward to. Alright. USS Montana. So we have a 2x missile slot, 4 main cannons, which I've heard are extremely accurate. We'll see in a second. 6 secondary cannons, a 2x torpedo slot, 1 helicopter. We have 6 locked autocannons, 6 interchangeable air defenses, 3 2x slots, and a 2x slot locked air defense. So we have 585,000 health, so that's actually really good. 16.7 knots top speed, slower than the Missouri, but higher maneuverability, higher radar and sonar range. Well, same radar range. Go ahead and test this out. So I have used this thing before, so I can tell you it does turn on a dime as well. So as you can see here, not moving, and it actually turns quite fast, which means this thing is going to be pretty good in close range as well. Go ahead and test these main guns. Oh yeah, look at that bullet spread. Looks like we did about 150,000 damage. Use the secondaries, 54. And we're going to ignore the missile and torpedo slot, because those are interchangeable. But as you can see, the reload on this thing is actually very decent for what it is. For having 4 cannons and extreme accuracy, give it a shot here. Yeah, you can really see they actually come into play here. Let's go ahead and launch some high fly. And finish them off with the main guns. So you can see here we are moving. Decent turn radius. So at first glance, I'm going to say this thing is definitely going to be very good in far range. I can see a lot of people using Wave Rider, Zircon, a lot of far range missiles, perhaps even at Maka, which I do see a lot of people using online. So I do expect a lot of people to use the Atmaka or some other spammable missile. The main guns definitely have the accuracy to do well in far range, 100%. Actually, we'll go ahead and we'll shoot the same rock that we did with the Richelieu, and we can compare the bullet spread. Actually, you don't have to do that. We can go ahead and do this one. Yeah, so bullet spread like that, that's roughly, I could see that being roughly 6-8 kilometers away. This thing's definitely going to be very good in far range. I do see it doing decent in close range as well, especially with the interchangeable missile and torpedoes. So if you put something like the Aster, or Aster mixed with DF-12 or some other good missile like Wave Rider, this thing could definitely perform well in close range. It does not have a grenade launcher, so this thing will not do as good against submarines, but if you put something like a Tiger Shark torpedo on this thing, I think it could hold its own. Not very well, but it's something. But this thing is definitely going to be a far-range brawler. Well, not brawler, but you get the point. So, first glance, or first impressions, I'm going to say, in my personal opinion, I think the Montana is the better ship here for 2 main reasons. So, as a battleship main, I mainly use battleships. I've used every battleship in the game many times. Close range brawls are something every battleship at a base level are good at. Doesn't matter, if it's the Yamato, the Missouri, the Moscow, Teton, whatever. Battleships at a base level are going to perform well in the close range. So I think this thing is definitely going to be good at close range. We're going to go ahead and ignore that guy. And also, it has the far range as well. So whereas the Richelieu, that thing's not going to perform well in the far range at all. I think, with the right skilled player, maybe it could work, but it's just not comparable to its close range capability. So the Montana definitely has the balance of both. It's going to definitely be good in the far range, it's going to be good in the close range, and it's got the maneuverability, it's got the health. It's definitely the better choice overall. Now, that's not to say that the Richelieu is, not a good ship. It's definitely going to be a great ship. It's going to be, a great brawler. You do not want to get near this thing, especially, with this build, with the RBU 2500 grenade launcher. You don't want to be near this thing. I mean, even with the A22, I can see this thing being a real threat in the close range. So it really depends on your playstyle. So with that being said, I will say both are great ships and there's certain aspects, and be sure to be on the lookout for my new videos. I'm going to be using both of these ships online, so we'll really get to see, their strengths and their weaknesses. And also, be sure to comment and let me know if you guys want me to use my voice in future videos or not. And with that being said, have a good night.